Hello everybody once again, this is Kazu. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a Term 2 wrap-up video. Basically I'm going to be sharing what I've done in Term 2 in my motion design journey so far, aka at 3D Sense Video School. Yeah. So in Term 2 it's about 4 months. I'm about 8 months into my course. I'm actually going to have my last term, Term 3, coming Monday, which is like tomorrow. Yep, and that'll be like the final 3 months and 3 weeks of my course. And yeah, I'm here to share with you what I've done so far in Term 2. As you can see, I've been gaming a little bit as well. I've been playing Epic 7 for those who have watched my streams, which is pretty rare. For the past 2 or 3 times, you will know that I've been playing this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do videos on Epic 7, but I just wanna say that it's a pretty fun game to play, regardless of the myriad of problems that they had. Like I came in 1.5 months ago. Yeah, you can see like I think you can see on the check-in reward, right? Yeah, I'm about, basically 1 month and 15 days in. Yeah, about 1.5 months in, and I've been having a lot of fun with this, even though I know that there have been a lot of like drastic changes, buffs, nerfs, changes. But I can see that the overall management of the game, arguably, even though I've seen some of the changes, arguably heading towards a good direction. At least they're listening to the community and stuff. But if you want to play this game for PvE, I think it's pretty good. The animations are really nice. I'll talk about it towards the end of the video. But let's jump right into my motion design journey. So in Term 2, basically I learned like 3-point lighting. I light 3 different objects, and then I do this thing called 36 days of type, which is basically every day I'm supposed to come out with an alphabet, but my course director came out with just one. You can choose one letter, so I chose the word I chose the alphabet N. Yeah, but I still did try like B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P all the way until I believe Z. Yeah, then I did like numbers up to 4. I didn't actually finish it, but I read it's supposed to do A to Z and then 0 to 9. Yeah, you'll see what I mean really soon. So let me just show you some of the, let me just prepare the images first. Yep, okay, here we go. So here we go. So this is my first attempt at making the alphabet N. This is not for the assignment that my teacher gave me. I'm supposed to do like a, what do you call it, a looping animation kind of thing. But this was my take on, let's say if we're gonna do a still image, I'm gonna do something sci-fi, a bit in space kind of thing, trying to get a texture right. I was playing with textures. And then I have this, trying to get some composition. The N is definitely too big, it's taking too much of the space and very unbalanced. That's my second attempt. This is for my assignment. I was trying to figure out how to put the N in a certain way whereby it'll be interesting. And then this is my closest attempt to do something more design-esque, but this was heavily referenced from, I think, I can't remember the name exactly, but it was heavily referenced, so it wasn't like original at all. So I came up with my own thing, which I will show you. It's a video and I'll play it. Yeah. Wait. Let me first mute the music. There you go. And let me use VLC. Don't worry, I'll switch. I'm a professional content creator, alright, Cap. But here we go. So this is the end that I came up with in the end. It's not exactly a looping animation, but I try to make the end interesting. This is also a reference of a 2D image, and I try to create a loop. Yeah, there's an upper deck and there's a lower deck, and then there's like just some animations going on in the scene. Yep, and like an isometric kind of like placement. Very simple, going for something clean and simple here. Yep, so there you have it. That's my attempt at doing the N, alphabet. And then this is in the Term 2 first review. Yep, we had to do a bunch of lighting stuff. Let me show you the lighting stuff that I did real quick. Let me remake the audio first. Good music from Epic 7. Yeah. So here we go. So we have this. I made a little pot cat. I actually did another cat for my Term 1 for those who actually watched my... the thumbnail of my Term 1 review was the cat butler, or call it a catler. Yeah, I didn't make it look really roundish, cat-like enough, so I wanted to redo. So you basically have the lighting in this one is not very nice because you can't really see a shadow at the base because I I removed it. I wanted a very clean background, like the color is very clean. But I think I did a good job making this look cute, and I modeled the sunflower as well. And then we had to do a text. I wanted to challenge myself to do a Chinese text, which is Chinese typography. So again, try to light it up, try to make things look interesting. I have a like neon looking thing behind 跨时代, and 跨时代 is actually a Zoetrope album, because I wanted to give some context to my text. And the stone is basically like you're going through time, kind of, and then yeah. Again, this is an attempt, by no means perfect at all. And then later on we have product lighting. So we basically have the model of the phone is actually given by the school, and you try to place them in an interesting manner. Again, this is heavily referenced from online references. I try to get the reflection at the bottom, as you can see, it looks pretty cool. And try to get a composition, some gradient at the background, keeping it clean. Again, I'm going for this clean, minimalistic kind of style in this term. And then this is another attempt. I believe this was the OnePlus 5T or something like that, reference from that. And you want to like light, you can see the little bevels. You want to shine at the edges to make the phone look cool. Yep. And then it's like going through some kind of light tunnel kind of thing. So we have that as well. And then we have something called cam data. So what does it do is, you know those very nice looking holographic user interface that you see like in Avengers, Marvel movies? You can actually do that very easily once you pick this up. It's called cam data. Basically, you have data in 3D space and you import it into After Effects, and then After Effects have a 3D camera as well. And from there, you can like stick certain stuff in the 3D space, even though they are 2D. Hard to... basically, you just need to see, alright? So basically, I did this. Let me mute the music. So you can see I actually did a bunch of different textures during my 36 days of type. I tried to put different materials and textures on my alphabet. So I was like, oh, why don't I just put these materials on different spheres? So the first one you have nylon, and then you have like frosted glass, and then the last one you have a shattered kind of material. I can't really see because it's too small. Like you can see I have data, some programming kind of type at the floor, at the base, and then you can see there's a layer of depth at the bottom as well. And you can see the top left corner is actually, there's some depth of field, it's like blurred out, and the top right is blurred out as well. So there's a level of focus to create this very cool looking scene. And this is only like 6 seconds. Yeah, I can definitely do more now with what I've learned from this. So this is just the very tippity tip of the iceberg that you can do. Yeah, you probably see more of this in my last term, where we have a group project, like kind of like the FYP of our course, where we'll work with our classmates and we'll basically use a 3D model that's modeled by the 3D modeling course people in the same school, 3D Sense Media School, and we'll work with their model to create a very interesting kind of like piece to basically showcase this thing. I think my seniors did the Droideka from Star Wars, and then another group of seniors did the Halo. Can't remember what's the name of the vehicle. Yeah, but that's basically term 2 first review, which is like the first month. So the second month, a little bit more interesting. We have a green screen assignment. I think this one is pretty cringy. Let me again mute the sound, because the sound's pretty good. Yeah, but the idea here is, let me just explain real quick as I bring this thing up. Let me just bring down the volume a bit. Okay. So the idea that we have came up with is something called field cam. We have to work with a green screen, and we have a lot of heavy assignments this month. So we wanted to think of something simple. So field cam is basically, I mean, the idea that we're pitching is basically a phone app. Yep, that allows you to stick kind of like funky stuff onto your friends, and then you can post to Instagram and stuff. Bunch of like camera filters or stickers, I guess. But yeah, this is our attempt again at it, and yeah, all of us have to show up. Yeah, so you get to see some of my classmates, you know. Okay, this is really loud. Okay, there we go. That's me. My classmate, I think some of you know him. Yeah, some of you know him. Some of you know her as well. Apparently some of you who are friends of hers knows me. And is that the Kazu from Dragon Nest? And my last 2 classmates. Yep, so I was like they call it the main compositor, aka the leader of the group, I guess. Basically, people do their part, and then you piece all the stuff that people did into one piece. But there's like an art director, there are people that are assigned to do like the logo animation. So I didn't do all of that. It's a group work. It's a group effort, and I just piece most of the stuff together. Yeah. So that's like the one of the assignments in term 2. The second one I had was we're supposed to do this thing called Zoetrope. You can go Google what Zoetrope is. Zoetrope. Yeah, but we're supposed to do something, and usually Zoetropes are a bit circular in nature, and then there's like one angle of the thing that you're doing, another angle, and then like a panning out angle, like whoa. So we're supposed to do that, but I wanted to do something different. But I guess I spent too much time on the group work on making sure that the green screen project is done properly. I didn't have time to actually do what I envisioned, what I wanted to do for this assignment. I mean, for this Zoetrope thing that I did. So kind of like got scolded during the review. They're like, hey, you must follow the brief of the assignment. But it's okay. I think I did something that looks cool in the end. Yeah, you can see some neon ass looking stuff. So the thing that I did was I wanted to do a cube that transformed, that looked cool, and then it transformed into more cubes, and into more cubes, and then bam, it comes back into one cube. And the context is actually a processor. So I want to give it a context, right? Because one of my lecturers is called Nick. He told me that you should give some context to this idea so that it makes sense. So the context that I gave it was a processor chip. And I was like, okay, why not AMD Ryzen? You know, the Ryzen colors, orangey, red, and yellow. But again, I couldn't envision what I wanted to become in the end, so I did something. I'll tell you what's my favorite part. You can just watch first. So my favorite part is actually here. When the cube drops down into this shot, you can really feel the oomph. That's my favorite shot. And then the cube goes in to what the motherboard, okay? So at the start, if I were to critique my own work, the animations were too static, like they're uninteresting. They are doing the same thing, the timing can be changed. Something like this one where the ups and downs are different, because if you notice the next one, all the buttons are like pressing down together. They're like turbines, and then I wanted to do a lot more details on the cube, but again, I don't have time. The rendering time on those was crazy because there were a lot of like what they call cloners, like things that are being cloned repeatedly many times, and you can see there's so many different components, and actually a lot of these things are actually animated. Like there's something this is actually animated, but I can't see. So there was more things I want to do with this, but you know we have to meet the deadline. So there you have it. So the next thing that we have is let's see. It's actually, it turned out to be my Zoetrope, right? So if you want to imagine what a Zoetrope is, just imagine a cake, alright? Just imagine a cake. And then there are many layers of the cake. So you have the bottom layer, the medium layer, top layer. And then it's up to you whether you want to showcase the top layer first, the middle layer, or you know, you can do any variation. So this is supposed to be another assignment. It's called Festive ident, which means you create a festival identity. Could be Christmas, Chinese New Year, you know, even 中秋节, which is your Mooncake Festival. Some of my seniors did very, very unique festivals that are only celebrated at various parts of the world. So this became my Zoetrope in the end. You'll see why. Yeah, you can see that's the layer of the cake, another part of the cake. That's the interesting looking Christmas tree. Oh, pan out. Oh, this is actually a glow with a Christmas tree. You know, it's not your typical red and green. It's pretty cool. It's very clean. And then bam, Merry Christmas. So usually you do this for clients. Let's say Apple wants to wish their fans Merry Christmas. So you kind of get an Apple stuff. So maybe your phone is bouncing somewhere, or maybe it's Apple Watch. You know, like the MacBook or something. You know, in a very nice looking room. Yeah. The person that I reference heavily from this is Peter Taka. Not really the placement of the objects, but more of the style. He has actually done a whole bunch of these for clients that engaged him. Yep, so that's your Festive ident, and that's pretty much term 2. Term 2 review 2 for my school. Which brings us to the last 2 months, which is the channel branding. This one is actually very interesting, which is why it requires 2 months of time to do. Yeah. So basically, you have to come up with a channel identity. Like, could be a rebrand, could be a redevelopment, could be something fresh. You know, most of my seniors in the past, or in the far past of the course, they do channel branding for like traditional or you can say mainstream media. Like Channel 5 if I'm from Singapore, Channel 8 地报报道 U 频道, your BBC, your ABC. There's a channel called ABC. Okay, don't laugh. All right. Your AMC's Walking Dead. Yep. Your HBO. Yeah, that kind of like CNN, Discovery Channel. That kind of traditional mainstream channel. You come up with something interesting to showcase their channel. But for me, I'm a gamer, right? So I wanted to do something interesting because I feel like the esports market have a need or demand for motion designers as well. So I wanted to do something esports related, so that if I try to apply to an esports company or production company, I've done something that showcase, say, it might not be good enough to be competing with people out there in those like real production broadcast companies, but it's a one-man job, and if I can do something close, I think it's pretty good, especially with how I have no background when it comes to design or art. I'm coming in only like 6 months in when I started, and then finishing this in 2 months. So let me just show you. All right, let me show you some of they call it style frames, which is like you look at this thing and you know kind of what you're getting. I don't know why it used Photoshop to launch the thing. So hang on, give me a minute. All right, technical difficulties. Okay, the sound didn't die. I think the soundtrack ran out. Okay, so let me show you. Let me continue. All right. So this is like the starting frame, and then it's one of the frames to showcase the stage. There's a cool effect that I was doing, like some polygon unfolding, and then you have the channel that I was doing is ESL1. All right. So I didn't do like the channel is actually ESL, which is Electronic Sports League. I think they're not called Electronic Sports League now. This used to be what they're called, but they're just known as ESL now. And they have ESL1, they have ESL Pro League, they have Intel Extreme Masters. There's a bunch of tournaments that they're in charge of. So I just want to focus on one tournament, and I wanted to create a broadcast package for them in that sense. So you can see at the bottom left, that's what they call a lower third. Yep. Lower third in the traditional media would be your, your like, coming up next, Fast and Furious 5 on Channel 5, something like that. You'll see something pop out. Yeah. Or they show the footage of another stuff on screen. And then there's a lower third for like the casters, the talents. Yep. And then this is like the versus screen. We have Big versus Navi. I used the Big versus Navi footage. I think it was ESL 1 Cologne 2018 or 19, because 2019 they have the new branding, which is done by another studio for ESL. They started with Pro League, I think, this year, and then later on they moved on to with their new rebranding into ESL 1, which is like a yellow toxic green base with some fracture design kind of things. Yep. So this is like a commercial break kind of thing. This is like upcoming events, instant replay. Yeah. So this is actually the video. Hang on. I want to open with VLC, and I want to mute the music first because the music's pretty hyped for this one. Trying to get the volume right. Okay, full screen. That's about right. Alright, here we go. ESL 1.
Such a good crowd, and we will do our best, and we will try to win the tournament.
The good news is electronics looks much better throughout, but Big has looked phenomenal.
Alone is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone,
So there you have it. So basically what I wanted to do, if you don't understand, is ESL, which is the main company, goes through time, very cool. go past the stage, you can see these little rectangular long screens. If you go Google ESL Cologne, they have this long elongated thing, and then they actually put the ESL old logo per se, I guess, the little like fan shape kind of thing. Yeah, like long lines. So I used that to create a stage into supposed to be the lights. That's not actually, it became, I call it a speaker in the end, but it's actually supposed to be the lights. Yeah, but I couldn't show the lights in the channel ident by itself, so I didn't. And then later on, it's more of the lower that stuff. So on the ESL bring you into ESL 1, bam, something cool. You know, you can feel the energy from the start. You're being sucked in, and then you're going through space, you're searching, web, oh, what's this? Oh, wow. And then, bam, this is ESL 1, VR 1, something like that, okay. And then I use the hexagons as the transition. So when you do channel branding, what they teach us is that you find something that identifies the brand, and then you use that thing repeatedly as like a main kind of thing. So you can see I'm using hexagons here because hexagons are 6-sided and the logo is actually 6-sided. So yeah, and that is it for you know, for motion design journey after, you know, what, 8 months? Yeah, about 8 months. I don't know if y'all think it's cool. Yeah, personally, I think it's not good enough because some of my seniors and some of my classmates that are really good, and they really inspire me to always know that I can do better. So hopefully in the final term, I can finally meet the expectation that I've set for myself. Because currently what you've seen is not what I wanted to do. Like I have a bunch of ideas, and then my skill level is here. And then I try to like increase my skill level while bringing my idea down so that they meet. And then they meet at a spot where, yeah, it still doesn't meet my expectations. So I'm trying to reach a point whereby my ideation, which is my ideas, can match my skills. And then bam, I can create something that's really nice. So E7, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. When I click render in school, I play E7. And it's just a straight up really, like, the, you know, all the, they really help you, they set you up, alright? They set you up to have a good time. Yeah, just make sure you go and Google like what are the starter heroes and stuff. But currently they have stuff called specialty change, not for everything, but there are heroes in the game like Angelic, Momorancy, which I recently just got, which is this one, which is good enough. But you can see she's gearless because I have Angelica at start. Which people will tell you, oh, you must roll Angelica, blah 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 blah. It's a good time to play now because if you play, they recently like they did something that made people unhappy, so they gave away 2 5-star hero tickets. So it's a lot more fun to reroll. Initially you have to like play until 110, and then you have this thing called selective summon. You can do 30 summons, like 30 times of 10 summons, and then out of that 30 times, you can choose one that you like and you keep it. But you cannot like summon all 30 and then keep the one of the 30. Like you'll see something that you like, you don't like, okay, you summon again, and then people will tell you like what you should take. Yeah, but now with the 2 5-star hero tickets, it's different. I think you can Google. There are some E7, Epic 7 content creators out there that tell you with the new 2 free 5-star tickets how should you reroll. But it's definitely a good time to play this game. And yeah, I think that's about it. I do recommend this. Yeah, you should play, and they're making good changes into the game. As a new player, this is a great time to play the game. For people who have been playing it, I think 7-8 months ago, yeah, things have changed. A lot have changed, and you might not be as happy. But I know that's how mobile games is. The people that start first will always do out to the people that start later, in some sense, because there are some limited heroes that only the people who started earlier will be able to get, and people like me can never get them anymore. Yeah. But as always, my name is Aqua Kazu. Thanks for watching once again. I'll update you guys when I finally graduate. If not, try to look out for my stream, I guess, about once every month. Yeah, I usually stream after my review. Yeah. If not, I should be able to stream sometime this week before things start going crazy again. But yeah, if not, my name is Aqua Kazu. Thanks for watching once again. God bless. I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.